Now, in terms of musical application, I think it's fair to say that the monologue might just have the edge, but you've got to consider price. The monologue retails for around £250, whilst the potato is less than £1. For me, the potato is the clear winner. Also, it has a soul.
Il s'appelle Jérôme. Il vit dans une maison. Parfois, quand il est seul, il veut être un poisson.
Jeremy Mange, isn't he strange? But listen to his voice, he's got incredible range.
We're live. We did it. I didn't give Ben much warning, but I did it.
Hang on.
Hang on. God damn it, Ben, what is it? What's that? What happened? What happened now?
He keeps looking down every time I do it.
What have you done?
Nothing.
Oh. Oh, now I can see. Oh, it's Ben. Everybody, it's
Me.
Ben. I didn't know who it was. I couldn't work it out. Hello, Internet. Hi. How's it going? Hello. Hi. What about up here? And then down here. How's it going, Internet? Happy 100 episodes, Ben.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Crippity crap. What about that?
That's 11 less than how old Bilbo was at the start of The Lord of the Rings.
It is 11 less. Do you want to know how many episodes we've actually released? Because it's more than 100.
I mean, of the Conversation Hat podcast, we have done 100.
Yes, as of
we
today.
also
Happy
started
birthday.
doing the B show.
Yes.
And then that became the live streams, which
Yes.
are then also whittled down and turned into podcasts of themselves.
Yeah. So I think there was
146.
Is that your guess, or do you know for sure? I think you're about
Well,
right.
if I'm right, if it's wrong, it's my guess.
Okay, wonderful.
And if I'm right, then I knew for sure.
So it was 33 live streams, and I think 17 B shows. There's a really easy way to check by looking it up.
So that's 150.
Yeah. So
Are we including this one?
So this is number 100. No, this isn't a live stream podcast, is it?
Not yet.
No, it will not be.
Are we not even doing a preamble? This is a preamble, and then we're recording, and then that's going to be podcast, right?
No.
What, Liam?
Okay.
Is something changing?
Okay, because I'm so used to Ben not paying attention or not remembering what happens in meetings. When he pulls a gag like this, I'm like, this fucking guy again, I swear to God.
Liam is so used to me not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And thinks that occasionally I'll pretend not to know what's going on and then pull out a hilarious jape like that.
It's
But
really
actually,
funny.
I didn't know, and now I'm just making up for it.
Yes. Yeah. I would have also accepted every time I have pretended to not know what's going on. It's been part of this jape that is happening right now. I would have also accepted that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I'm just going to look up how many B shows we did, so then we can let everyone know how much we've overshot 100 by, and then we can pretend that wasn't actually the
deliberate.
case. It is interesting how the shows developed over time. I think because we got to a point where we were like, oh, I mean, the reason the B show happened was pre-COVID. We were like, okay, we are actually starting to find guests. We are starting to struggle to find guests that are really
At the level that we were coming to.
Yeah, I mean, or it's. I think we'd locally kind of tapped out everyone we knew, really.
We were starting to have to reach
And
further afield.
I think we are like we'd gotten a little stricter with like who we'd have on, so we wanted to make sure that like we want to talk to artists, we want to talk to creative people, whatever, but you have to actually be currently doing a thing. So like as lovely as it is talking to artists, for example, it's like I need you to come on and say I am an artist, I am doing this thing presently. Do something. Yeah, exactly.
Do something.
Because like artists just aren't under enough pressure from the rest of the world to be like constantly active.
Are we going to pay you? Fuck off. Do it for the exposure.
Hell no. We don't get paid doing this. We just get to bask in our own exposure. So
like this.
I think the reason we started doing the B show really was so that we had a. That's nice basking. Top drawer basking there.
Thank you.
I
learned from the lizards.
Okay. We wanted to have a way to create more stuff, but we didn't just want to call it the Conversation Hat because we felt at the time that the Conversation Hat was me, Ben, and the guest. And we've sort of changed our mind a little bit about that. Thanks, COVID. COVID was mostly the reason that we went, oh, screw it, we'll just do it as two of us then. Although, okay, so what I was looking up there was how many B shows there were. There were 11, not 17. I don't know where I got 17 from.
So that drops it down to 144.
144. So 144 episodes overall.
And I said 146.
You did say 146.
Which by countdown rules...
Yeah, is what?
I get the point.
Which point?
The countdown point.
You can have the countdown point. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not worried about the countdown point. That is yours, my dude. It's all yours. What are you going to do with your point?
Just fucking spend it.
You can spend it at the
Countdown Coliseum.
The Countdown Coliseum?
Yep.
Is that like the regular Coliseum in any way?
In name alone.
Just name. It's just
basically it's just a big clock face that everyone goes and sits around, and once you get 8 countdown points, then you can afford the teapot.
So
you get to take it home.
For how long? Is it like the school gerbil? You got to bring it back if you don't kill it.
You're not meant to bring the gerbil back if you kill it.
I mean, it's sort of up to you. Like, ideally, it would come back and be alive, but like, if you kill it, I don't think they're especially fussed. Maybe they want the corpse back, so you have to make it clear that you haven't just got a new pet. You know.
Dude, I was trying to throw that hamster back through that school window for an hour last week. And
right.
All that happened was screaming.
You found it finally.
Yeah, it was in the washing machine.
Right. The washing machine of your current domicile, which you were not living in when you were. That's a well-travelled hamster.
I mean, the joke is that I broke into a school, stole a hamster, and then tried to throw it back through the window.
I got that you were trying to throw a hamster through the school window. I didn't get that you broke in there. That's fun. That's very funny. It's really good. Yes. 100, Ben. It's 100. 144, but it's really 100. Yeah. It good.
Seems mad. Because I'm not sure what else I would have done 144 times over the last 6 years.
It is mad how we've kind of paced out those 100 episodes. But the thing about 6 years ago is that's still quite early days for podcasts. Like, I think podcasts hit a peak in terms of like number of shows over coronavirus for perhaps obvious reasons.
No one could go out.
No one could go out. I think they're starting to like decline a little bit now, which I'm fine with, honestly. But it's we started doing this ages ago, and actually I've been podcasting in various forms for like 12, 13 years. And like still very much kind of working out how any of this crap worked. So we didn't realise that actually taking any kind of break was a terrible idea. Awful, like just the stupidest thing we could have possibly done.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Did not know. I mean, we didn't have any way to know because no one really knew at the time. But like now, it's like should not have done that. So that was mistake number one.
The first bit of advice that I remember us being given is just dump your first 10 episodes all in one go.
It's like we're 50 deep,
and then
mate.
go from that. And it's like, that's great, except we have recorded 10 episodes.
Yeah.
That's a couple of months worth of work just all on the one day. And
But
then
it's,
nothing else to follow up.
I think the thing now is that actually we're... The other big news, other than... I mean, there's several bits of big news. Hey, Spicy Chais here. How's it going, my dude? The other bit of big news, as well as it being 100 episodes, is we're using 100 episodes as an excuse to start publishing weekly. And I think that's something that I've been keen to do for ages, but like...
He's been so keen.
I'm so keen, man. Commander Keen. Just call me Billy Blaze, y'all.
Yeah, such straight edges.
Such straight edges. I've really wanted to go weekly for ages, but we just haven't had like we haven't had the time or anything like that. But it's fortuitous because we were talking to a couple friends who listen to the show as well. Thank you. We were talking to a couple of friends that listen to the show as well, and they were telling us that actually they would prefer shorter episodes.
Basically, they want less.
They want less, but more often.
We've listened to you.
So the net...
You've told us to shut up.
So what it comes down to is the net amount of podcasts you get is exactly the same. It's just that it's going to be divided up slightly more evenly. So rather than getting an hour every 2 weeks, you're getting half an hour every week. And I'm like, that sounds like the same amount of work to me. Let's do that. But
no, we're doing what can for the pod babies.
So 100% sort of.
We love you.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to go quite so red there. So like we never really talked about how long we wanted the podcasts to be like at any point. I think we had a vague idea that we wanted like maybe we started out trying to do like a half-hour show, but then
originally it was 23 minutes because that was the average time of someone's commute to work in the morning.
Yeah, that's the logic. That's the average London.
I remember the weird statistics that Liam gives me.
You remember one of the weird statistics that Liam has given you in the past.
I remember some statistics that Liam gives me.
You remember one statistic. That is my favourite podcast statistic, though, and I'd be intrigued to know if that's changed, because obviously I mean, for like the last 8 years, I've worked pretty locally. Like I haven't had like a huge commute, so my podcast intake for the last ages has been when I'm doing housework or if I'm cooking or I'm just a bit bored. I'll just throw something on in the background. If I'm doing admin or whatever, I'll just throw a podcast on, just to kind of fill the void. And for that sort of situation, no, totally just because if I let my inner voices take over, like there's no telling what will happen. So it's good to just fill the void with someone else's nonsense.
But let us not forget that a lot of people are working from home nowadays.
True.
So the commute is significantly shorter.
Yeah, no, very true. I guess.
Hello, welcome to the Conversation Hat podcast. Goodbye.
Hello, bye. I have been thinking about doing some hilarious micro podcast, but then I was like, nah, that's work. Like literally, like the length of a tweet. That's the episode. That's like a daily podcast.
And that's just an Instagram story.
Yeah,
or a reel.
Much. A reel, indeed. So we considered all these things, and we ended up doing like half-hour episodes. But what's interesting about that is that was pretty much the length that we were aiming for in the first instance. But when we first started doing this, although we thought we were really funny and really good at podcasting, because of course we do, we're white men, we realised we didn't realise we were recording for like just over an hour, and then Laura was having to edit out basically half of it because it was just shit. And then gradually over time we've gotten gradually 6 years we've got gradually better at doing it. So now like there isn't really a lot of editing that needs to happen. The editing is like mostly tech related stuff, and just making sure there's a consistent level. So it's less about taking stuff out, more about like fixing anything that might have gone wrong. Trimming the fat, indeed. Finding a nice start and end point. So actually, the length that we record is pretty much the length of the episode. So we realised that actually
damn straight, we efficient.
Yeah, we're pretty good. We know what we're doing. So we spent ages we were doing this for ages, and then we realised, our episodes are like an hour long, but they never used to be an hour long, and our listenership has gone down. So maybe we changed something. And then it just happened to be talking to a couple of people that said, oh yeah, no, we prefer the shorter ones. Like, oh, well, fuck then. We'll just record them shorter. So that's how come we can do weekly. And I think weekly is going to help pick up listenership a little bit. Because I think it's hard to keep track of when the episodes go out when there's Patreon pre-release, an episode, a live stream, and then another episode. I think it's hard to keep track of what's going on. But if there's just turn Ben down while he empties his face.
I'm doing it quietly.
No, go loud. It's fine. You're down. That's too loud. We can't remember what I was going to say. Weekly is just easier to keep track of because there's going to be a new episode every week, and it's going to be fun. And like we've batched a few episodes as well. Here he goes. So I know what's coming. Do you know what episode 100 is, Ben? Do you know what the intro is?
Pardon? I was doing a bit.
I know, I saw. Do you know what the intro to episode 100 is?
Did
I tell you?
Is it the spirit of Pavarotti singing Nessun Dorma in Japanese, covered in string beans?
I mean, did we record that? Is that something that we've done?
I don't know. What did we record?
Also, where is your mic at the moment? Because
it's here now.
Okay, if it could be attached to your person as per.
Yes, I moved it away so I could blow my nose less intrusively than you anticipated.
Okay,
I was just going to do a little.
It's the Space Jam intro.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the Space Jam intro?
I do remember the Space Jam.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was a lot. That song is really
I would
long.
say go and listen to that now, but
listen
don't
to
do
it
that
soon.
yet.
Download it. You can be downloading it now. That would be fine.
You can download it now whilst you listen to us.
Yeah.
Because, ad revenue.
Spicy Chai's left a lovely long message full of emojis. That looks really engaging. I love emojis. Happy 100th episode. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I would agree. More of you guys throughout the week sounds like a great idea. Yeah, us too. We love the sound of our voice. You could always add a once a month talk show hour thing on an evening, perhaps something chill, comedy, random. Of course, I love you guys nonetheless. Thank you so much, buddy. I think we are gonna keep doing the live streams. These are going to keep happening the first Sunday of every month. Get that in your diaries and smoke it. First Sunday of every month, we're going to carry on doing the live streams. The difference is that the live streams are going to be more like this. They're just going to be a hangout. Maybe we have like an approximate topic to talk about, and it's just going to be us kind of dicking around, just talking to you folks. I think the cool thing about that is the potential for like instant interaction. So if you have questions about the show, participation and then that kind of stuff. So if you have questions about the show, like this is the time to bring them up. You'll get a more immediate response than say tweeting us or sending us a DM or whatever. So I think that'll be really fun. They won't become podcasts. I really like doing the live stream podcasts because it was really easy to do. It was a nice way to repurpose content, but then we realised that if someone came to the live stream, they're not going to listen to the podcast. And as much as I like live streaming, the product we have is the podcast, right? So we want to do everything we can to get people to listen to the podcast, and if they're already seeing the live stream, they're not going to fucking do it, are they? Bastards. So yeah,
It's just a complete lack of participation.
there's that word again.
I know. It doesn't like me.
It doesn't like you.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that. I think I'm going to try and find an excuse to like jump on the stream as well, and like, I don't know, play some games at some point as well. Like, I've got a bit more time these days, and I'm not sad all the time, which really helps. Really helps me want to do stuff. So you might be asking yourself, I'm obviously checking my notes, you might be asking yourself, hey, buddy, hey, friend, hey, how does this affect the Patreon? Because it does. It affects the Patreon in a handful of ways. Number one, we have a new banner. I made a new banner yesterday. I love Canva. Canva's a really great tool. I made a new banner. It's got our faces on it. I love it a lot. I think what would be really helpful is if Ben, for the first time, loaded up Patreon and noticed what.
That's what I'm doing. I was
new
about to say, is
tiers
there a
were.
link to our page? Where can I access our Patreon, Liam?
By going to Patreon, you absolute nerd.
.com.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Patreon.com.
.com.
You absolute nerd.
Uh-huh.
.com.
It's probably a podcast called that.
Oh, there is us.
Mm-hmm. And if you find the tiers, what are the tiers, Ben? The tiers
You
were
look-
in the
You look
past.
much more aggressive and
Yeah. I was trying to eat
dynamic than I do. I just sort of look like the doctor said, open wide.
You were very ill. A fact that I had forgotten until the very end of that photo shoot.
Yes, until we walked the long way home.
I thought there
in
might
the
be something
cold
pretty to take
and
a
the
picture
rain.
with.
There wasn't. We live round there.
Yeah, but how often do you walk the random back streets that we never walk because they're boring?
Because I've walked all of those places.
Yeah.
I know the lanes.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Well,
You
at least the
knows
one that we were
lanes.
going down, and as I said, it's just fucking houses.
Yeah, it is mostly. So the Patreon tiers used to be
The level. We got one
what?
pod baby for £1 a
No,
month.
no. Listen, I'm saying
what
what
it said.
I'm saying what they were past tense
Oh,
because
you
they've
said
changed.
what are they?
No, I said what they were.
Yeah, you said that now, but originally,
You can fucking eat all the dicks.
getting some
Alright.
fucking sass.
Tiers used to be the Pod Baby tier, which was $1, and you get early access to the monthly episodes, the monthly non-live stream episodes, and you get an exclusive episode every month. We then had the merch pack, where you got a merch pack, and then there was, I think there were a couple other tiers, like different levels of merch pack, and we've kind of stripped it all back a little bit. So there's 3 tiers, the first of which, Ben,
Do I want to do this now?
I don't know what you want. It's really
Fine.
hard to discern what you want.
The first tier,
There you go.
the pod baby, for £1 per month plus VAT.
Yeah.
You get early access to episodes. You get monthly Patreon exclusive mini episodes, and you get access to our Patreon only Discord.
3 things.
Why would you want those things?
'Cause they're
Don't
cool.
ask me.
Do you want to show the people my lovely artwork that I spent a whole of 10 minutes on?
The baby.
Yeah, the baby. Canva is a hell of a tool, guys. I love Canva. Pod Baby.
Yeah, babud.
So what's changed there is that obviously it's a weekly show format. We're still going to try and get you weekly early access to every episode. It's going to be a pain in the ass, and I'm going to get it wrong because I'm dumb in the head. But as much as possible, I'm going to get you early access to every episode through Patreon. You are also going to get the monthly exclusive episode and the Discord. 3 things for £1. It comes out to like £1.20, I think, after VAT, which is pretty rad.
VAT is about 17.5 to 20%.
Thank you so much, Ben. What's the second tier there, Ben?
The second tier available for purchase on patreon.com/conversation hat is the musical Pod Baby. £8 a month plus VAT.
Oh, VAT.
And then you will get MP3s of all the Conversation Hat music releases, as well as everything with the little pod babies getting.
Do you want to show them the artwork?
But you get all of the songs.
Show them the
All of
artwork.
them.
Show them the artwork.
All of them ever. Liam,
Show them the artwork.
I'm hammering home
Yeah, I want them to see the artwork.
what is important here.
Yeah, I think the artwork is
Every
important.
song
Every
that has
song.
been done by us,
Artwork.
you get.
Show them the artwork. Well,
Not that much.
every song that is like released. So like if it goes up on Spotify,
yeah.
you get a copy.
You get them.
I might give you extra music. I don't know. There he is with his headphones. Look at
He's a
him.
man.
He's a man.
Billowy shirt.
Billowy shirt. Yeah. So you get the three things. You get the Discord. You get the
Weird
early access.
testicle elbows.
He has testicle elbows. She goes to his doctor about that. You get the Discord. You get the early access. You get the exclusive mini episode, and you get MP3 sent to you every time we do a music release, which I think is pretty rad. I like that a lot. That's replacing the merch tier because we had a bunch of merch. We went through it pretty quickly, and we don't really have the capital to make new merch. So we've got stuff like the TeePublic website where you can get stuff, and that's where you can get stuff. We don't really have the money to buy a load of stuff to then gradually give it away.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Then we could make cool stuff.
Yeah, that's very true. And then Ben, we have tier number 3,
We do have tier number 3.
the El Grande Daddy-O tier, which is new.
Tier number 3, entitled "You Probably Got Something to Prove."
Yes.
This is for smug little pricks.
It
It's
is.
£50 a month.
It is.
Plus VAT. But who cares about that? You got money to spend.
At this point,
and
VAT
you
isn't an
basically
issue.
just get to feel proper smug and really superior
Yeah.
and a bit dick swingy.
Yeah, that's all it is. You just get
And
to
then
feel
you get
big.
everything else as well, but you're like, do you know what?
Yeah. You get to tell people.
More than 5, that makes you more than 5 times better
Yes.
than the people below you.
You get to tell people that you're better than them, which I
And
think is.
more than 50 times better than a stupid baby.
I think it's really hard to put a price on what that's
Dumb
worth,
babies.
but we have done that. We've put a price on it, very much.
Can't
so.
even hold their heads up.
Can't even hold their heads up, dumb idiots.
Pricks.
Do you want to show them the artwork, Ben? Show them the artwork.
I'm annoyed with babies.
Well,
There he is.
smug little prick. It's the smug little prick tier. So if you've got 50 quid a month and you want to give it to us in order to feel good, you can do that.
You won't feel good, you'll feel smug, which is better than good. Because,
I know. Smugness sustains me sometimes. I like being smug.
Yeah, what are you going to get from being happy?
Very little. What are you going to get for being smug? Can't put a price on that.
Doesn't matter, you've
50
probably
quid.
already got it.
You probably already got it. So if you got a car that's too big, why not send us money also? I work in advertising. Yeah, so that's the Patreon. I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's great that we can offer quite a lot for only $1. I think that's really nice, and I think that's a nice I know there are some Patreon people on Patreon who ask for quite a lot of money for pretty much the same thing, but to be honest, it doesn't take an awful lot to create more content of the same type that we're already doing. If we were Twitch streamers or whatever, and we gave you an extra podcast, it would be fair enough for that to be a bit more, because it's, I guess, a new format or something. But this is nice because it's the same stuff, just more. So if you like us, you want more for some reason, it's only $1. It's only £1.
We listened to you.
Yeah.
You said you wanted less, so we've given you more.
We're giving you more.
Pay us.
You know the rule, less is more. If that's true, imagine how much more would be.
Less of that.
Less of this, less of that. Them, you. It's really hard for people to discern who I'm pointing at. Because when I'm pointing at Ben's actually up there, but you think Ben's over there. He's not, he's up there.
You think Liam's here, but he's
Yeah.
here. No, you think you're here,
Yes.
and Liam's there.
No, Liam's here. Liam's
There's
over
Liam.
here.
But
Yeah.
Liam's actually here for me.
Ben's over there.
He's here.
Ben's-
He's down.
It looks like Ben's here,
He's in this segment.
but he's actually up there.
I wonder.
Do you? Do you really?
Did you just burp?
No. How dare you? I did burp.
Someone
did.
clip that. How? I mean, I feel that we never really did a huge amount of preparation for the old shows, but zero preparation feels weird. It's nice just to. Have
For the live streams.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you did much prep?
Well, today I didn't.
No, but I mean for the previous ones.
I did, but it was all in the last hour.
Okay, I did mine like a week in advance because I wanted a good show.
Are you saying that the shows were bad?
No, I'm saying that I was propping it up.
Wait, hang on.
Or something said, not good. Yeah, so we've revamped the Patreon. We're going weekly. We have 100 episodes. It's actually 144. Don't worry about it. Ben, what are your hopes for the next 100 episodes? I've made a promise to not mention Hitler for the next 100 episodes. A promise that there is just no way I will keep. Just can't do it.
I would like the next 100 episodes to all be wrapped up in just over 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly doable. That is how weeks work.
Just under 2 years.
Just under 2 years, yeah. I think that's true. Isn't it weird how it's taken us 6 years to get to 100, and then in theory 200 will be in 2 years' time?
Yeah.
It's silly. Maths is dumb.
I mean, I think it just shows that we were dumb.
I think it's us that was dumb rather than maths being
Although
dumb.
we are going to be doing it like twice. It's going to be twice as much.
No, it's going to be the same.
With no breaks.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah.
Like a couple trying to get preggers.
Yes, I'm not trying to get pregnant.
Do it more and frequently. I hope that, I hope that people continue to enjoy themselves, or start fucking enjoying yourselves.
Yeah, truly, if you don't like the show, you don't have to listen to it. It's fine.
No, you should get better friends who would like the show and show it to them, and then leave them alone because they're better than you.
Yes. They have things to do, like listen to the podcast.
I would like no pandemics or wars.
Fewer wars, fewer pandemics. I think that's good.
I would like everyone to have a lovely time, and more importantly, I would like to find the charging cable to my beard trimmers.
What kind of cable is it?
It's a missing cable.
No, but what kind of cable is it?
I don't know. I can't show you.
It's not just a standard USB type thing.
No, it's a black one.
Right. You can get black USBs now. Very progressive.
Yeah, but this isn't one of them.
Okay.
It's missing. There's a plug in the wall. This is not deliberate.
It's not professional. It really is not. It doesn't look good. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's nothing wrong. I don't give a shit about beards. It really is low on my list of things I care about.
Like, it's not the worst thing that's ever been on my face.
I hate when men weaponize beards. I'm like, I'm a real man because I have a beard. I'm like, no, you just don't own scissors. That's all it is.
Or you have no chin.
Or you have no chin. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Mine's because I have no charger cable.
Yes, you've lost your little cable.
And I do not want to go out and spend... Well, I don't want to have to go and buy new clippers.
No, why on earth would you? That's mad. Don't do that.
And I'll just have to find the cable, or possibly just go to the barbers.
You could go to the barbers. That would do it.
It's been a long time since I've had a shave at the barbers. Have you ever had a shave at the barbers?
No. You have to remember that I haven't been to the barbers in about 18 years.
Yes, but you also have no beard, so...
Yes, but that was before I would have started growing any discernible beard.
Do you want to come to the barbers with me?
No, not really.
Oh.
Because I have my charger cable. I know what I'm doing.
I thought it could be a nice fun day out for the pair of us.
Why would I go
a bonding experience.
I don't like having my hair cut.
Hang out like friends. We're not going to get a haircut. We're going to get shaved.
I don't need to be shaved.
Well, don't shave
why
for
not
a
just
couple of days.
let's
and then
have
we'll
a nice
go.
day out at the pub or
On
the
Wednesday,
zoo, Ben.
No, Tuesday.
Let's go to the
Tuesday's when we're
zoo.
meeting up.
Yeah.
Let's go and have shaves.
No,
Get shaved.
no, because we need
Become
to spend that
Sean.
time recording podcasts. What don't
Yeah,
you
well-
understand about weekly?
Imagine how good it would sound. Smooth.
I will already be smooth.
Can't believe you're going to the barber's without me.
I'm not going to the fucking barbers, I swear to God. I'm going to add hair to you. I'm going to get glue and hair, and I'm going to add hair to you.
Where are you going to get the glue? Where are you going to get the hair from, Liam?
Horse.
Horse.
Same place I got the glue.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. My favourite
Oh, dear.
Simpsons bit is when they've got the horse and the horse isn't racing very good. So Homer's like, oh, he'd better win or otherwise we're going to take a little trip to the glue factory and he won't get to come. Yeah.
Oh, The
Classic.
Simpsons.
Um,
No, I think you should come and have a shave with me. It's fun.
Alright, noted. What's fun about it?
You feel pampered.
Uh-huh.
They clean your face.
Nice, finally.
It's very. I mean, it's an experience that I've only had once,
Mm-hmm.
where you have a complete stranger holding a very sharp blade to your mouth, shouting at his friend in words you don't understand,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, I can't look around because I might die.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look sexy.
Just like in the FBI. Don't go through the
Sometimes
data.
they set fire to your ears.
Huh. I don't love any of this. It's very distressing, in fact. Not a fan. Ben, we made a little documentary.
Oh shit! Yeah,
We
Things
played
that we've
it-
actually done.
We played it in the intro, and it was the wrong aspect ratio. So you got to watch my little cursor come onto the screen and be like, ooh, ooh, ah.
Oh.
Yeah. I will fix that at some point. Yeah, no, we made a little documentary. Ben, do you want to talk about the documentary?
We made a little documentary. Liam,
Thank
do
you,
you want to
Ben.
talk about the documentary?
I would love
It's
to.
on our Patreon.
It's our Patreon intro.
/conversation hat. You can have a look down at the very bottom under all the tiers and watch that before you make your selection. Smug prick.
I personally
Um,
have a preference for the smug prick tier. I think it's very
As
good
do I.
value. Very good
As
value.
do I. Yeah, it's a little documentary.
What other
About-
suffix were you going for there?
I don't know. I was like docu-soap, docudrama, documentary. About the founding of the Conversation Hat podcast.
Yeah.
Its warped, mysterious, and twisted beginnings.
Yeah, we've never really talked about why we're enslaved to the hat, and if you watch the documentary, no, it's not really a spoiler. You work out pretty quickly. It's Steve's fault.
Fucking
Remember
Steve.
Stephen Rathbone.
But it's not an origin movie. We're not going full Marvel Disney stuff.
Well, it's a documentary. It's
But,
factual.
Yeah, it's all
Marvel isn't
real.
factual. And we contacted the what's it called? The Institute of Hats,
The CDC of
the
hats.
CDC of Hats, the H. What does the D stand for in CDC?
Disease.
Okay, so the hat disease hat wouldn't really work as a
No, it's the hat disease hat.
the CHC.
The control of.
No, the Center of Hat Control. God, it's killing me. Because you can't control the hat. The hat takes many forms, none of which will be controlled. Except by you, wonderful Twitch pod babies, because you can press the button that changes the hat. It's very hard to keep this wizard's hat on. Is Ben currently looking for the button? Ben's currently looking for the button. Yeah, he'll find it any second now. Or probably not. It really is hard to tell. I did load up on hats. Wait, I mean, the hat has discovered new forms that it
You've
can
been
take.
wanking into hats again.
I've been
mate.
wanking into hats again. What a day I
I've
had.
loaded up on these hats.
Yes, no, that's loading off.
Oh.
Yeah, we talked about going public with how the podcast started. I think 100 episodes was about the right time to properly do that. Oh no, someone's redeemed. Hats off to me. I better change my hat. There we go. How's it going, Ben?
Okay, well, first, the wizard's hat I bought you,
Yes. No, Ben,
And
that's
that-
the conversation hat.
I feel is probably Laura's,
What makes you say that?
looking at it.
Okay, yeah, no. I mean, it is Laura's hat, so that's why it looks like Laura's hat. It's
Cool.
the kind of hat she would wear, and it is hers. That's why it looks like a Laura hat. I mean,
Oh.
you can press the button again if this hat displeases you. I'm fine with it personally. Ben's just pressing all the buttons. Oh no, Ben's redeemed. Hats off to you. We are going to run out of hats at this rate. It's very hard to put a hat on
Nope,
under the headphones.
I'm leaving it with that one.
Okay, I'm gonna.
It's branding, and you look like an awful trucker. Hey.
Oh, thank you so much. I am an awful trucker. I can't drive, so that makes perfect sense, really, doesn't it? There you go. Now I'm cool.
Oh. Now it's even worse, which is better.
Thank you so much.
Now you're an American bluegrass DJ from
I
the
can-
90s.
Oh, a bluegrass DJ.
What is bluegrass?
Bluegrass is like, imagine folk music, but like hillbillies.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I had in mind.
You know, Hayseed Dixie.
Lots of truckers, lots
Yeah.
of people leaning out going, where they?
Hayseed Dixie are a comedy bluegrass band.
I like Hayseed Dixie.
There you go. One of my
We had,
favorites.
um,
One of my favorites.
we had John on the show, didn't we?
We did. It was great. He speaks very fluent German. Fun fact.
Yeah?
Little fun facts about John Wheeler.
Does he actually?
Yeah, like crazy fluent German.
Is that like Crazy Rich Asians?
It's exactly like Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy fluent German.
it's a documentary about John Wheeler, the singer from Hayseed Dixie.
If I mute you on Skype, can I blow my nose without killing everyone?
No, because you'd be muting me. I
No,
can
'cause mute
turn.
myself.
Yeah, I can turn you down here. It's fine.
Okay, do that, please.
Okay, you are down. I can. Oh no, wait. I can't talk trash on Ben because he can still hear me, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah. So we made a little documentary. We got the sense of a hat control involved. They had some things to say. They told us a bit about the research they'd done into the background of the hat. I think it's really interesting for people to learn a bit about where the show came from. So that's up on the Patreon. That's up on the YouTube. Yeah, you're back. You're back. I know. I can see that. This bit is not a good bit. Yeah, I have turned you up. Yes, this bit is not funny. Okay, wonderful.
One bit.
A bit of you fucking stupid idiot. Ben, we also have a thing that we've been working on.
I was about to say, Liam,
What
what else have we been working on?
I was hoping to drop a trailer today, but I fucked the sound up. So we'll get that
Pardon?
soon. Exactly, Ben. Exactly.
Funny.
We are working on a short film. It's a really good short film because it's based on another film that is objectively fine.
But much longer.
So much longer. We've entered a film competition called the DAFTAs. DAFTA. DAFTA. It's
Or
a
the Dafters.
the DAFTAs, if you
you're
prefer.
southern.
If you're southern. The DAFTAs is a parody of the BAFTAs, or the BAFTAs, if you're southern. BAFTAs. Yeah, it's a parody. Parody BAFTA. It's a parody BAFTA.
It's a parody BAFTA.
It's a parody BAFTA. The British Film and Television Awards, celebrating British film and television through the medium of awards. the dafters is a portmanteau of the word daft and BAFTA. Dafter. So what happens is you sign up, you get allocated a BAFTA nominated film, and you have to make a 6-minute parody of that film. We got given The Power of the Dog, which is a Netflix film, fucking long ass Netflix film. Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, Meth Damon, and Jesse Plemons. I forgot his actual name.
He's the one from Breaking Bad.
He's the one from Breaking Bad. And it's basically, it's broadly speaking a Western, but it's supposed to be like the anti-Western because it deals with issues of toxic masculinity, why men be so angry, stuff like that. A little bit of homosexuality as well, for good measure.
Jesus.
There's Jesus in it. Is there Jesus in it, or is that just our
I don't
version?
know. I'll be honest, mate. I've not seen the film.
Wonderful. Like only the handful of us that wrote the parody actually watched the film, and everyone else was just like, just don't worry about it. I think our DOPs saw it.
I would like to point out that this all started happening during my birthday celebrations.
Yes, Ben takes his birthday very seriously.
I was away
3
for
weeks.
over a week during the preliminary stages of this.
Yeah.
Soz.
So Ben just, and like, my punishment for that was giving Ben the lead role, I guess.
Yeah.
How dare you not be involved? Can you please be the lead? So it all happened really quickly because we only have like I think a month to do the entire thing, really, just over a month. So we got given the our film on the day that the BAFTA shortlist was announced, and which I think was your birthday.
It was the day after my birthday.
Day after
it was
your
the
birthday.
day that we went to
pub
to celebrate in pub.
So we got given Power of the Dog, and then that weekend we, me, Laura, and a couple of people who will work on the film. I'm just not going to say names on this stream because this isn't a stream about it. We're just talking.
Some peeps.
You know, you'll see them. It's all good. I don't know how they'd feel about their names just being randomly called out on the internet. Steve Rathbone, bastard. So we watched the film. We wrote a parody of it. We filmed it last weekend. The cast and crew is really fun. It's basically a mashup of it's like a Conversation Hat meets Valverde Broadcasting meets the people that Odd Creative always work with. We've got like a nice little cluster of film peeps we can rely on. So I wrote and directed the thing. I'm also going to do audio on it. Ben plays our analogue of the Benedict Cumberbatch character.
Ben
Cumber Humble Bunch. Richard Jackson of Valverde was DOP, so in charge of the camera and how like it physically looked.
Director of Penis.
Duncan of Valverde was one of the leads, for which there is not. It's not an analog to the film. I can talk about what the film basically is. I think.
I think so.
It's so what we.
I mean, I don't see why we can't talk about most of this because it's not like it's. We signed no NDAs.
No, I mean my reluctance to talk about projects until they're released basically comes from the amount of times that I've worked on something and then for various reasons we haven't been able to finish it. So I'm always like really reluctant to start publicly talking about something in case it doesn't work, in case it doesn't happen.
Like driving tests.
Like driving tests, exactly.
Or a sourdough bread.
Or I'm going to be 30 in 2 weeks and then you die like an idiot and you never make it. So I always like to make sure that things are like, no, this is 100% happening. And I can say it is because I've been talking to the editor all weekend. Like, this film is happening. It's basically nearly done, and the deadline's a week, so like it's happening. So we took a lot of the weird stuff from The Power of the Dog, and I'm not going to give away the ending of Ours or The Power of the Dog.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Although our film does have spoilers for the film, but they're only spoilers if I tell you they're spoilers.
But our film's the film, so it's not a spoiler.
That's very
just the
true.
film.
It's just the film. We took some of the weird stuff that happens in The Power of the Dog, and we took the two central characters, Benedict Cumberbatch, and I don't know the name of the other guy. Benedict Cumberbatch plays a guy called Phil, and there's another guy called Pete, who's a young man. This is a small man.
Young.
Man. Thank you so much. So we've taken the weird stuff that happens between these two characters, and we've framed it as if it's a like a sports event, like a Cowboy Olympics type deal. So Duncan and a chap called Adam, who we've not worked with before, they play the part of these sports commentators, guiding us through this cowboy showdown where cowboys go one-on-one on random cowboy events.
The cowboy.
The
cowboyest cowboy.
The small boy is played by a chap called Gabriel, who, again, we've not worked with before. Him and Adam were completely new to us, and we're really thrilled with the performances they gave.
I understand these are actors and not the crew, but I like that we're going through everyone's name after going, don't name them.
Yeah,
But these ones,
I mean,
it's a difference between crew and actors. I understand that. Yeah,
it's because the actors have
name
like
the actors, otherwise it's just
chose
that guy from the thing.
they've chosen to be the center of attention, so I don't feel weird naming them. I don't know, I could be overthinking it, and I think if we did a stream specifically about this, maybe we'll do like a premiere or something after the Dafters premiere.
Party.
We might have a watch party or something, in which case we'll just name everyone. I'll tell you their address.
Just dox people.
Just outright dox them. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's basically weird Cowboy Olympics. So like lassoing, bean eating, dressage, tug of war, all these very normal cowboy type activities.
Some shit with a scarf.
Some shit with a scarf that Ben is handsome in.
My most powerful acting moment.
There's some incredible moments. There's some great physical humor in there. I'm really proud with the script, and I'm like a little bit sad about some of the stuff we've had to cut out because it can only be 6 minutes in duration, and that's got to include credits and like title cards and stuff. So it's a bit like I have to kill so many babies, but it's coming together. I'm really pleased with it. So in terms of timeline,
and the baby massacre got cut, which was a real
we
shame.
cut the baby massacre. So there's just all. If anyone needs any corpses, I've got hay. If anyone wants hay, it's medium hay. I don't know what that means. I've got spare hay. So that film basically needs to be wrapped up a week today. We're going to try and do it early, and then I think if we get nominated for the DAFTA competition, I think that's somewhere in April. So again, quite soon. And
it's pretty soon.
In terms of like where the film goes, what happens to it, that after DAFTA, it's sort of up to us. Like we haven't agreed to anything, but I think like it's fair enough to let, if we're nominated, let DAFTA have the premiere of the short film, and then we'll see about putting it online elsewhere. So I think maybe a watch party is the thing to do. Really, we could get Jackson on as well.
Obviously, invite all the lovely pod babies.
What?
You want to come see a film? You
No.
want to come see Cowboys?
Oh, I see. Oh, are you talking about an in-person watch party? I'm talking about a live stream watch party.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, but I mean, when I say
We
invite,
have all of the pod babies coming to watch
not
the
having a conversation with us. I'm talking about inviting Jackson onto the actual live stream itself, rather than to the audience of the live stream. I thought context that would be obvious.
But we're
no.
inviting. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it would be obvious as well. That's why I said we're inviting the pod babies to come and watch as well,
Yes,
because they can watch
they could watch
like a watch party.
like a watch party. Okay,
Like how those are things.
the word "as well" was misleading there. I think doesn't matter.
I was trying to include them.
I think the fewer people that watch the film, the better. I think we don't tell anyone. Honestly, like I've been studying marketing for a while. I think I know what I'm doing. We don't tell people there's a film. I just ruined it by telling them it's a film. It's fine.
But say
Bit late.
I'm confused, and I feel like whatever it was is fucked up.
That's just the conversation how it way. I'm gonna get rid of this hat because I don't like how hats make me feel. I know. You got to press the button if you want more hats. It's I'm not a slave. I'm a slave to one hat. I'm not a slave to all hats. God fucking damn it, Ben! I swear to God. Yeah, fucking shoot you in the head, cowboy.
That's my hat. It's on backwards.
I don't care. It's very uncomfortable because it doesn't fit over the headbands. Is it? How do you know it's backwards?
Because I wore that hat all day, and that's the back. It's got the seam.
Seam.
The seam is at the back.
There's a seam all the way around. Oh, that seam. Okay.
Oh, you seam.
You gotta fuck off, buddy. I swear to God.
That's rude.
Hello. I'm a cowboy.
What's your favourite snack at the moment?
My favourite snack?
Favourite snack?
I quite like lentil chips. They're quite nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Interesting.
Snack. I don't really snack. I just sort of have big dinners.
I've started eating a lot of plain, like, ready salted crisps.
I like ready salted crisps. Laura yells at me anytime I eat ready salted crisps.
But they're so good.
I like them. I like. I don't want to get into a whole thing here about sandwiches again. Oh no, I've ruined everything. But I like a ready salted crisp in a cheese sandwich.
I'm a fan of crisps in sandwiches.
Sandwich crisp.
Depends on the sandwich, obviously. Depends on the crisp and depends on the mood. But it's not a bad thing.
Oh no, I can't be doing with salt and vinegar. I find them too vinegary.
Yeah, that's a bit of an exception, isn't it?
I like cheese and onion crisps, but I can't have cheese and onion crisps in a cheese sandwich because that's too much cheese.
Double cheese.
Double cheese. I only want a double cheese
I
in
can
like
hear that helicopter that just went past my house going over your house.
And so can all the pod babies.
That's
it's a
fun.
loud ass helicopter. Yeah, so short film coming out soon. Don't feel like you have to watch The Power of the Dog. It's a commitment in terms of time to watch the whole thing, so I won't worry about it too much. It's fine.
Is it much of a commitment though? I'm not saying that it's not. Like, it's what, 2.5 hours?
It feels like it's that long. Like if you have to sit there and pay attention.
2.5 hours of our day become such a commitment that it's possibly avoidable. What else would we be doing?
Earning money to pay rent. That is extortionate.
Is it because we realise that all of our time is money because every moment that we are awake we have to spend working so we can actually live in the house that we don't actually spend time in because we're at work all the time panicking?
We're millennials. We don't get hobbies. We get side hustles. We're not allowed hobbies. Because rent's so high. But heaven forfend you earn.
Power of the Dog because of the 1%.
Because of the one, yeah. If we take care of the 1%, there's your incentive to reclaim the 1%. Is that then you can watch The Power of the Dog, and The Irishman. Again,
but you shouldn't watch either of them because they're on Netflix. And
what's that got to do with?
I don't know. Probably Mr. Netflix has got a lot of money.
Thing is about Netflix and Amazon Prime. Here's a tangent. Like, I don't like Amazon. Fine.
Nope.
Bezos can do one. He can go to space and stay there. However, Amazon Prime, as with Netflix, are funding the arts way more than our government. So more people that I like are getting opportunities to make the shit they want to make through Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Interesting.
It's tricky, innit? So, like, yeah, the business model of Amazon, bear in mind we are on Twitch right now, Ben, so we can't say too much about Bezos.
I didn't bring up Bezos. I was saying fuck Netflix.
Oh, okay. No, I think Netflix are okay. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. And they are like funding a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of Netflix original stuff that is really excellent. And it's funded by the Netflix studios. So, like, you know, you can't be too mad. And like, I'm thrilled that
I
Amazon are
hadn't
doing a
thought
new
of that.
Lord of the Rings thing. I think it's going to be dope. I'm really looking forward to it. So
The Lord of the Rings TV show, I have no way of knowing if it's going to be good or not.
well,
The only
neither do we,
indication,
really,
the
but-
only thing that I have to see if it's going to be good or not is that they did spend $1 billion on it. And if you spend $1 billion on anything, it better be fucking good.
It's at the point where it's like, that better be really quite good for that amount of money. But again,
I mean,
whose money?
if not, then
Amazon's
what the
money.
fuck?
They have money to spend on stuff like that. If anyone's going to piss $1 million up the wall, it's going to be Amazon.
billion.
Right. Did I say billion?
You said million.
I don't care. If you're going to spend
That's
that
like
much,
one episode of Game of Thrones.
yeah,
That's nothing.
yeah. But like, if anyone's going to spend that much money, it can be Amazon, because they're not paying tax, so they may as well fund the arts, right? Even if it's the really
Nah,
expensive
that's fair.
arts. Yeah.
I'd never
I know.
looked at it that way before. Like,
It's-
I was always very much, oh, I don't like Amazon, Bezos. But it gets there next door. It gets there the next day.
It's not like
Basically, anything you want online, you will get within a week with Amazon.
but it is a little bit like, actually, I'd rather the people working in the factories were paid properly. Like, of course they would. But however, because of the way things have gone, I can't piss off to the high street to get whatever books, because they're not in stock, because people don't use the high street anymore. So I have to go to online bookshops. And there's only a couple bookshops that like operate that actually have things slightly cheaper than Amazon. So if they're in stock, they'll be cheaper than Amazon, but that's if they're in stock, and they're usually not.
Go to Waterstones, mate.
Who can afford Waterstones? Like, when I'm earning money, like, properly, when I've had a really, really good month, I'll go to Waterstones and like, I will buy a couple books like as gifts, because if I have income, I like doing that. Most of the time I don't have the spare income to buy books from Waterstones, because they are more expensive than Amazon. And I hate it, but that is just the world we're living in. And
Yeah.
also,
Well,
I try to get
Amazon's
second-hand when I
cheaper than
can.
everything, opposed to getting. I wouldn't say Waterstones is expensive, but Amazon is cheaper.
oh yeah, no, sorry, yeah, I take that back. Waterstones isn't expensive, it's just that Amazon is cheaper.
Yeah.
And also, like, I like going to Waterstones when I'm not sure what it is I want to buy, because the chances of me getting something self-published by some arsehole is nil in Waterstones. If I go to Amazon and I buy a book, there's a high likelihood, if I'm trying to find something new, it's a high likelihood it's some bullshit by someone no one's ever heard of, because they're a twat.
Yeah, I've bought some bad, but genuinely, I as anyone who knows me should know, I love books. I respect books. Never
Ben
used to
kisses
when I was a
books.
nipper, but much more now. Yeah, books are awesome. I have a pile like this that I still need to read, and guess what I'm going to ask for Christmas? More fucking
Tadpoles.
books.
Oh, books, okay.
But I did buy one that was so bad I did put it in the bin.
Not even
Because
the
it didn't-
the recycling bin or the regular bin?
I think it was just the bin, the regular bin, because I wasn't going to even take it to the charity shop.
Yeah, don't inflict that on someone else. It's tricky,
It was
isn't it?
just bad.
But that doesn't happen in an actual bookshop, because they need to be actual books in a bookshop.
Yeah.
So, like, but rarely do I have the income to, like, pay full price for something. I do try to
I
get
enjoy
second-hand
what-
books if I'm getting books, especially if I'm buying books, it's because I know the person likes books, so they're going to value a second-hand book, whereas anyone else, if you buy them a second-hand anything, is like, there could be cum in it. That's technically true of everything.
That's the hope.
That's what we want.
I like charity shops for books because then you really don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
Normally Jane Austen.
but whoever's
There's a
read
lot
it
of
before
old
you,
lady books in
whoever's
charity
read it
shops.
before you hasn't just put it straight in the bin, so the chance of getting something self-published by an
Probably
arsehole
good.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Why were we starting to talk about books? How did we get
Because
on
I
books?
wanted to keep the conversation going, Liam.
Oh, we were talking about Netflix and Amazon, weren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I
wondered how
like
we got there.
Waterstones because I've got a voucher. I've got a little card that
Nice.
gets me loyalty points.
Fair. What are the loyalty
And
points
then
get
every
you?
like 10th book, I can buy a new book for free.
Oh, that's fun. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah, it is hard because the bigger a company it is, the more money it has, the less tax it pays, the more evil it does, the more Amazon actively promotes homelessness. True fact. If you track where their bases are, where their like offices and dispatch centers are, homelessness rises because local people go to work at those shops and they don't earn enough to actually pay rent, so homelessness increases. Look, it's fucked. Look, it is fucked. Look it up.
Damn.
Yeah, but if a company isn't going to pay their tax, like at least they're funding the arts, sort of. And there's people like I think. Yeah, there's quite a few comedy specials that are exclusive to Netflix or exclusive to Amazon Prime that are really good. So, like, they are funding the arts, they are funding comedy. So, yeah, I'd rather you paid rent. I'd rather you paid tax. But, like, we don't have a lot of money for the arts in this country. So, you know, it's hard. It's not ideal, obviously. None of it's ideal.
So how do we fix this?
Patreon. With the smug
Patreon.
prick tier.
The
Yeehaw.
smug prick tier.
Yeah.
Fight
It is-
Amazon.
The future
But
of
help them keep the arts going.
the future of arts creation is basically crowdfunding platforms like Netflix and Ko-fi and stuff like that. And I love and hate it. I love that people who make art have a direct line to the people that like the art they make. I think that's rad. I really value the people that send us a little bit of money through Patreon for the podcast. I have a few people that subscribe to me as a musician and educator through Ko-fi. I think it's all great. I like that a lot. I like the platform. I like the model. I resent that is sort of the norm, and for a lot of people that is the only source of income, and that's not a fault of the platforms or the fans or the artists. That's just the system we live in. I think it sucks that, as with a lot of aspects of I was going to say a lot of aspects of being alive, if you want to earn an actual amount of money to like live happily and comfortably in the UK presently, and probably other places in the world, you have to diversify your income stream, and you have to set up passive income sources. So you have to like write an ebook. You have to be one of those self-publishing twats. You have to have some.
You'll never end up in a charity shop or Waterstones, but
you might end
help
up in
pay
a
the lecky
bin.
bill.
Yeah, exactly. You might end up in a bin. And bins are warm when they're on fire, so there's that. I think
You can tell by looking at all of the ones around the Amazon headquarters.
Yeah, it's fucked. Look it up. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you sort of have to diversify your income streams through like passive income, through like it's not just enough to make your art. You have to like teach people how to make your art. You have to do consulting for people who want to market their art the same way that you market your art. You have to do the crowdfunding as well. Oh, I wrote a book about art. You have to have a podcast about income diversity. You got to do all this stuff, and it's a bit like there are opportunities to get like residencies as an artist, or like to get people to actually pay you to make a thing, but there's not many of them, and like they tend to prioritize, and I'm not allowed to be mad about this, so it is fine. They will go to people who have like really difficult backgrounds or some kind of disability, and that's fine. We need to prioritize artists like that, but it kind of sucks because to an extent we don't really live in a meritocracy. It really comes down to where you live in the world. So there are a few opportunities in East Anglia for audio art and music and stuff. There's way more opportunities in Wales and Scotland and Ireland. And
that's where the BBC filmed Doctor Who.
That's where the BBC filmed Doctor Who, and maybe that's fine. Maybe it's the case that, like, for the last 100 years, England has been prioritised, and East Anglia, because of its proximity to London, has been prioritised. So maybe it's fair that other people overall get other chances, but it also kind of sucks that it has been unfair for so long, and now we have to go back the other way to make it even overall. What am I trying to say? Don't buy your books from Amazon. But I'm looking forward to Lord of the Rings. It's going to be good. Rings of Power. I don't know, Ben. I've bumped myself out.
Yeah.
100 episodes. 100 episodes.
100 episodes.
We did it.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. 3 seasons and a
100
movie.
days.
Yeah.
There never was a Community movie, was there?
There has not yet been a Community movie. No.
Have you seen the Nan movie?
The Nan movie.
Catherine Tate's Nan.
Why? Why is there? Oh, also, this annoys me. This is something that's come up a few times. There are funds. Sorry, Ben. This is related to what you're saying.
We'll loop back.
We'll loop back, but this is like off of what you've said. There aren't opportunities. There's not funding for people who are already doing stuff, or who are doing stuff like at like a low level, like we essentially are. We've been active for ages. We have an audience. We're doing it. If you are brand new, you can get money for starting a podcast. If you have not done a podcast, why the fuck? Why the fuck would you listen to someone's first podcast? Like, why would you do that? That doesn't sound like a good idea. No. This is your first podcast. I had 4 podcasts before this one.
That's a good point.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Liam's older than I am.
Liam's a tiny bit older than you. Like, I'm like a year and a half older, and boy, did I write and release 4 podcasts in that time. We started a podcast because we had the kit and we were doing stuff together. We were already a duo. We were already making stuff.
I think it originally started so we could put our audio
it was
comedy
because we were
sketches
writing
in.
stuff together, and we were like, okay, if we transition this to audio, we can put it in a podcast. Done. That was shit. That was the real situation, not the fake situation we told you about in the documentary.
Steve.
Retcon. Steve, damn it. Chaos Magic. CDC. But like, if you don't have any audio kit, if you don't have an idea, if you don't have experience with podcasts, why are you making a podcast? Oh, because you reckon you've got mad banter and your mates told you in the pub that you should have a podcast.
Think you're funny,
don't give a shit.
you?
Do not give a shit. Why is that being funded? Why is that allowed? Or if you're Catherine Tate and you already had your career, why do you get a movie? Why do you get a movie? You've already done it. You've had your career. Let someone else have a go. It's a bit like the Marvel thing, and like, why are we still getting? At least Marvel are mixing things up, and it's not the same 4 characters anymore. Why do we have to why do we need another Willy Wonka movie? Yeah, Timothée Chalamet's handsome and funny, whatever. Why do we not have a Timothée Chalamet movie? Why do we need another Dune? Can we not just have a brand new IP, please? Like, I want films that are fine, established actors, great, whatever, new IPs, new ideas, or even ideas that haven't been translated to films yet. Maybe. I just want new stuff. I don't want to see rehashings of the same thing. I swear to God, if they do Cats 2, I'm going to kill myself. Like, very publicly. I'm going to make a big squishy mess. I'm gonna cover myself in catnip and get feral cats to eat me. It's going to be gross.
When did the first Jackass movie come out?
I mean, a while ago.
20 years?
Yeah.
And the 4th one's just come out.
I mean,
that's an alright time frame.
That's okay because it's the same people. It's not like it's a new cast rehashing the same things.
And they're doing weird stuff.
Like,
but it's not going over the top of it.
That I don't mind.
The thing with the Nan movie that doesn't make sense to me is that, I mean, her career's still going. She's doing stuff in America.
Fine.
But the Nan stuff, the Catherine Tate show, that was 15 years ago.
And what's she
And I
doing
know
now?
that they didn't make. That's when the Catherine Tate show with Nan was out. That's
Right.
when it was sort of like height of popularity and all the catchphrases was the thing.
But it's such an obvious money
it's
grab.
such a weird thing to do 10 plus years after the last time you did
Yeah.
it.
It's a money grab. This is why Jackass are doing a new movie, because it's been ages, and you know that the people who liked Jackass when they were teenagers will probably have enough money to buy one cinema ticket a month, so yeah, they'll see the new Jackass movie. It's a money grab. Catherine Tate, write a new movie, write a new character. I don't know what you've been doing for the last 15 years. I don't want to see
Jackass 4 is a cash grab, because it's...
I mean, all films are
they're
cash
probably
grabs.
not going to be doing... Yeah, if they're doing it, they make a movie to make money. That's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
But there is still an appetite for it. But it's because it's... So, like, the Only Fools and Horses specials,
Yeah.
they did one every year or two after all of the seasons because there was an appetite for it,
Yeah.
but not for a whole new season. You
Right.
wanted a little bit of
Yeah.
new
Okay.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
A little bit of more of the same that we've not seen, please. And then, like, if Jackass 4, there's not going to be a Jackass 5 in a year or two. It will be another 5 years, or it won't happen.
Yeah. But
to come back and
Surely-
be like, oh, we're doing a Zippy and Bungle movie. What?
Yeah.
Why?
I'd watch Timothy Chalamet as Bungle, 100%. I've got to feel that, like, the reason you go see the new Jackass movie is a little bit out of nostalgia. It's not because you want to see a new Jackass movie. It's because you want to remember. It's an excuse to rewatch old Jackass movies, and you get to watch this one and go, oh, it's funny how they're all old now, and how Steve-O sounds like a modem. Isn't that great? Like, oh, times have changed, and these old men who've, like, ruined their bodies and then not moved very much for 15 years. Isn't it funny how they're doing the same old pranks, and don't they look tired now? And then you go watch the old Jackass. You maybe buy a new hoodie. I don't know. Like,
I'm looking forward to it.
like,
I know it's already out, but I've not had time.
like brilliant. Like it's hard, isn't it? Because I don't want to yuck people's yums. If people enjoy stuff, I don't want to be pissy about that. What I'm pissy about is how there's so much money for the same shit we've seen a million times, and then we're surprised. I was going to tie it into the Ukraine, but I don't think that's appropriate. Just... If anyone thinks of a tie in there, let me know. I'm not going to bother. I don't know. It's just something about, like, I feel like rehashing the same things is, like, why awful shit happens in the world, because people aren't outraged when, oh, there's another Tory scandal. It's like, yeah, fine, but I've also seen 8 Jackass movies, so 8 Tory scandals sounds fine. I don't know. I think I'm just pissed off about 2 separate things, and I'm trying to combine them.
I think you are pissed off about 2 separate things.
I also don't really care. What I'm angry about is I want money to make dumb stuff, which is why we have the smug prick tier. That's really why that is. I swear to God.
It all loops back round.
Give me £10,000. If everyone watching gives me £10,000, I will make you a movie that you have not seen before.
Do you know what? If everyone
That's
gives
my
me
promise.
£10,000, I won't.
Tell the tax man.
I mean, hopefully not.
If that's the only...
I was going to say then I'll go on holiday, but I was going to go. Then I won't try and make a really bad rehash of a load of old movies all pushed together. But that kind of sounds like a good film. Or worryingly a scary movie.
If someone gives us £10,000, I will Airbnb a cottage in the middle of nowhere. I will take Ben with me, a crate of Red Bull and a camera, and we will, within a week, have the silliest fucking movie you've ever seen. How much is cocaine these days, Ben?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, I'll ask you off camera.
I don't pay. I mean... Did I tell you that one time when I tried to drink 42 cans of energy drink?
In how much time?
An evening.
Right. How many? Did you get 2 or 3 in?
I got 16.
Wow. What energy drink was it?
It was basically Red Bull, but from Morrison's. So it was own brand Red Bull.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Don't do it.
No, I could have told you that.
I thought I was going to die, and then I tried to be sick, because that works with alcohol, but then it doesn't work with energy drink, so you just sort of make sounds near a toilet for a while and then go, well, I guess I'm not sleeping again.
I once ate 8 yogurts.
Yeah.
It's not as impressive a story,
you
but
did.
the statement has a really nice feel to it.
Unlike the 8 yogurts, I would imagine.
No, that was fine. They just sort of blended in to one yogurt after a while. I mean, that is...
Were they different flavours or just...
It was a Muller Corner multi-pack, so they were all like biscuity Muller Corners.
Okay, so it was all vanilla.
I think there was
with
vanilla
extra
and banana. This was pre-strawberry shortcake days, because I'm old. So, what do you not like there? Banana yogurt. Do you not like banana?
Although, with the beard, I
Yeah.
quite enjoy how much of a face I can do.
Yeah, you've got like a nice shadow. There's some nice
It gives
definition.
the lines, it gives emphasis.
It's contouring, but with hair.
Yeah.
That's what you don't see in RuPaul, is where they trim the beards to add to the contour.
I am a little worried though, because I have lost weight, and then I was at work a fair bit, and I ate too much McDonald's, basically. I spent too much time in town, and McDonald's was there. So I'm worried that when I shave this off, I'm not going to find my nice jawline that I clawed back
Right.
over 6 months after having lost it for a couple of years under
Okay.
cakes and
Can you not
beer.
just get a highlighter and do some contouring on the beard? Just get a
On the
yellow
beard?
yeah, just a yellow highlighter. Just
Well, I want to shave this off, and I'm just worried that I'm going to shave it off and think that it's this thick, where actually it's just a tiny bit of stubble, and
At
this
least
is all
it'll
just,
regrow, right? That's all right.
just flab. Yeah, but it'll make me sad.
Fisticuffs, I'm not going to reboot with Nail and I. Did you not hear my tirade? He said 16 Red Bulls and 8 yogurts with Nail and I the reboot. It'll have more of a story than with Nail and I can promise that.
I was once described as with nail.
Did you punch him in the head?
No, it was our mate Scarlett.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
Scar.
Hey,
She
man.
sometimes listens. Yeah, she said that I reminded her of Withnail, and I had not seen Withnail and I. So we got very, very drunk and watched Withnail and I. So drunk that I can't really remember what happens.
That's pretty on brand.
I think feels on brand, so
Yeah.
I guess she was right.
So that's my pitch. 10k.
Is it bad?
I don't know. I don't know. I've only ever seen that movie 4 a.m. wishing I was at home. That's the only context I've seen it in. Too hungover to really appreciate any story there apparently is. 10k. I'm gonna fuck off in to the middle of Fenland for a couple of weeks with Ben and the camera. We're gonna push the barrier of what a friendship realistically should be, and then we'll have a film at the end of it. And it will be like nothing you've ever seen.
We could probably do this for about 800 quid.
Yes, but I want to...
But you want change.
I want a little bit of money left over, if possible, for a celebration kebab or something. I don't know, put a candle in a kebab and made a film. No, the 10k's got to cover expenses, time spent editing, which I imagine it will come together in the edit. We'll fix it in post, it's fine. We've got to make green screen, props. We gotta market the thing. 10k all in, and we're good, and we can probably pay ourselves a little bit to promote it as well. 10k.
Let's do it.
Someone get me 10k.
Speaking of this sort of thing, I watched Studio 666 the other day.
Oh yeah.
The Foo Fighters movie.
I thought it was. It's not factual, is it? It's.
Have you seen the trailer?
I saw something that led me to believe, oh, it's about Foo Fighters making music. It's not, is it? Right? Don't look at me like that.
I mean, if you see the trailer, you will learn that it's the Foo Fighters going into a house to write their 10th album, and Dave Grohl gets possessed by a demon.
Okay, I'm into it. I'm 100% into it. Yeah, that's at least a good idea. That's a fun idea because it's not a movie I haven't seen. It's a format. It's an existing thing. The Foo Fighters in a new context. That's fine. I'm into it. I'll wait for it to come on Amazon probably.
It's alright. I think you would probably enjoy it. I mean, you can definitely tell that the Foo Fighters or Dave Grohl, they went, let's make a movie.
Yeah.
And they did it.
Yes.
And they had fun.
That's what I like, because Dave Grohl is one of those people who I think if he really wanted to be like a what's the word for someone that does like everything and is good at everything? Not auteur.
Christ.
Polymath. I think Dave Grohl has within him the ability to be like an auteur polymath, but like he's just restricts himself to music, which is absolutely fine. So I'm not surprised that him doing, because his music videos are hilarious and he's good friends with Jack Black, and anytime they do stuff together it's great. So like it does not shock me at all that like the Foo Fighters movie is also really good. Yeah.
Everyone seems to enjoy it.
That's nice.
I think I needed to know more about the Foo Fighters.
I know very little about the Foo Fighters.
There were bits where I genuinely laughed out loud.
Yeah.
Which I'll tell you about off screen.
Nice.
I won't ruin it for everyone.
I think I know more about Nirvana. I know more about Foo Fighters within the context of Nirvana than I know about the Foo Fighters themselves. But I like Dave Grohl as a person.
The drummer really looks familiar from Nirvana.
Yes, you're doing that joke again, aren't you?
I mean, I've never made the joke before.
No, but many others have. New content, Ben. I want new jokes.
Okay, sorry. I thought the drummer from Nirvana looked a bit like Jack Black.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Looks like Dave Grohl, because it's Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl isn't the drummer from the Foo Fighters.
Liam.
He's not the drummer from the Foo Fighters. I don't like a yes and, I like a no, fuck you.
6 years, ladies and gentlemen.
6 years. How really?
100 episodes.
Only just 100. Somehow. Got a squeaky chair. If you give me 11k, I'll buy a new chair. Ben, do you want a chair?
I don't even have a chair.
12k. We'll buy a better chair. Buy a better chair, finally. And then we'll just see, like, we're not going to move Ben's laptop. We're just going to see Ben's knees for the entire live stream from now on.
Liam, we've changed the format.
Have we?
But I still have a good news and a plug.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think the idea was to do that. I just forgot.
Oh. Well,
my plug is for 10k. Do you want me to press the button? Do you have good news? I'll press the good news button. Here it comes.
Good news, everyone!
That was brought to you by this numeric keypad. Off you go, Ben.
Thank you, numeric keypad.
Thank you, numeric keypad. I'd pat you on the head, but it would change the scene.
So, as you know, this is my good news.
Bring it.
The new Batman movie, the Batman movie, is out now.
Yeah.
I wanted to find out if it was good or not, and if it was, then that was going to be my good news.
Right.
I've got nothing but mixed reviews. Some people say it's awesome, some people say it's barely a film.
Have you seen it then or not?
No, I'm going to go and see it in 4 days.
Okay.
However, what I did find out, which is quite pleasing, is that after 50 years, the Batman river loach has been rediscovered in Turkey.
River loach.
It's a fish.
Okay, there's a Batman fish.
It's cool because, nature is healing.
Nature is healing.
Or, people are looking properly, whatever. And I thought it was funny because it's called the Batman loach.
Is it named after...
sort of Batman news.
Is it named after the IP? Because you know how I feel about rehashed IPs.
No, it was named after Paul Batterman.
Bateman.
No, I don't know. I just made that up.
Okay.
But the
Batman.
Batman Loach
The
is
Batman
a thing,
Loach.
and
Okay.
it exists, and that's cool,
fun.
isn't it?
I like it. That's fun. Good stuff.
My plug is sort of annoying because it's a PlayStation exclusive.
That's okay.
It's Horizon Forbidden West.
Okay.
And by extension, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Is it DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, it's the sequel.
It is the sequel. Okay.
It is the full next game.
Interesting. Yeah.
Took me 4 hours to get to the start of the game.
Oh, fun.
And then I opened the map and I had done this much of this.
Wow.
It's a big old game.
That's a lot of stuff.
It is stunningly beautiful to the point where you're watching it going, these are people.
Yeah.
This isn't game, this is people.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have to go, oh no, I should really listen to what they're saying because plot.
Yes, fair enough.
The story is phenomenal in the first one. And things that I thought they were hinting at for the third game,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's going to be cool in the third game. When they do that, they drop in some of that shit in now.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say what it is because, oh my...
It's
Jiminy
cool.
Christmas.
Jiminy Christmas.
It's bloody good.
Cool. All right. I need to give the first one a go at some point. I think it's come to PC recently, so...
I think so. I think God of War has, and if you've not... That's on PC, so you should play that as well.
If you send us 13k, I will play some of these games. And make a film and buy 2 chairs. Maybe 3. I could probably get 3 chairs for that, if I'm honest.
Horizon Zero Dawn is available for PC.
Cool. How much is it? 50 quid?
I didn't look.
That's
Let's have a
fine.
look
I
for
assume
Forbidden
it's
West
about
as well.
50 quid.
Probably about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. To get a physical copy without the DLC is like 15 quid now because it is a 5-year-old game.
Oh, yeah, true. It'll probably be like 20 quid on Steam or something. Rock and roll. I guess we wrap up then.
I'm fun. Are you having
fun.
That's fun.
That's
I'm
fun.
fun as well, but you're having fun.
Thank you so much.
Forbidden West isn't on PC yet.
We played Hellblade. We actually, back when we tried to have a gaming channel, we recorded all of Hellblade, and then the last 3 episodes fucked up. Like, just the record just was corrupted. And because there isn't really a save system in Hellblade, just didn't want to replay the whole game to get to that same point.
It is fun, and I have actually played and completed it on my own
Have you?
recently.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
The story is much easier to follow when you're not talking
Yes, there is that.
to your friend all the time.
And yeah, I think there is a Hellblade 2 coming out at some point, so I might do a bit of an old stream of that if I get round to buying it. It's a Cambridge company, so I should probably support them in it.
It is.
No, damn it, it's a sequel. More IPs, more original IPs.
Yeah, but it's an IP sequel.
Yeah, it's true.
So
An IP
like,
sequel.
Forbidden West is a continuation of the story, so if anything, it's an expansion on the IP.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
That was lovely.
That was lovely.
Oh,
100
have a nice
episodes,
time.
and we'll be back in 2 years for the double centenary.
For the 200s, which will probably be about 260 at that point.
It will be 260 or something. We'll have like a third iteration of the show or something. Sincerely, folks, thank you so much for listening to our dumb little show. It does actually mean a lot. We kind of started it because we thought it would be really funny, and it wasn't. It wasn't. Originally we thought we were funny, and now we're like, oh no, we're just trapped. We thought it would be really funny to do something like this, and we enjoyed doing it, and people enjoying it whilst we would like that was kind of secondary. So it is like really satisfying to know that the dumb shit we find funny to make is broadly funny to other people.
Funny to watch.
So that's really great to know. Like I'm really happy to be doing the podcast, and I'm having batched a whole bunch of episodes over the last few months. I'm really pleased with what's coming out soon as well. Listen to episode 100. It's 4 minutes of the Space Jam theme
No spoilers.
I think people need to be prepared. I think it's only reasonable to, after all this. I wasn't prepared.
I didn't understand what was happening for a while, so they need to go in with the same confusion as I did.
How did you not know what was going on? Are you not familiar with the lyrics of Space Jam?
Not as familiar as I thought I was. Not so familiar that I instantly understood what was going on. Even after I recognised the lyrics, I still wasn't certain as to what was happening.
Yeah, I don't know why I decided to do that, but it's happened.
It did.
Yeah, and we've got some guests lined up. Roman's going to be making a return to the show just as soon as we find time to record with him.
Roman.
I think we've got a Richard Jackson episode in the bag as well.
Jackson.
It's gonna be like, I swear to God, man, the Richard Jackson episodes, the Richard Jackson and the Roman episodes are some of my favourites because they're just the most unhinged.
They both go off in very different directions.
They're favourite episodes for different
with equal
reasons.
amount of chaos and
fucking Salt Lake City,
tomfoolery. Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
One of my favourite things.
Several years, or like a year or more after this happened, whenever I see Jackson, at some point he's never really going to go
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Wicked. So yes, live streams are now the first Sunday of every month, so we'll be back doing this in a month's time. I might live stream in the interim. I might play some games. It'll just be a nice chilled out something or other. Might play Planet Side 2. Yeah. I'm terrible at it, but there has been an update, so that's nice. And we'll keep you in the loop about our Dafters film, the Freestyle Cowboy Showdown.
That might be... No, that won't be before the next live stream, will it? It'll be after the next live stream.
We will know what's happening. We will know if we've been nominated or anything in that time. And if not, we'll just do a watch party or something. It'll be fun. Yes. We're going to go. I'm going to hit a button to raid Robotron, and then I'm going to end the stream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Liam, where can people find you online?
Fuck. At LT Guitarist, you little prick. You smug piece of shit. How dare you? What are you, a $50 patron?
$50 tier. Smug piece of shit.
Ben is at Spike_PIEOSIN.
How do you not spell my name
Pearson.
when you're looking at it? It's
I'm
written
not.
down.
There's nothing here.
Oh.
And
it's not an underscore, actually. It's just Spike Pearson.
That's
Someone
nice.
pointed that out to me the other day when I gave them the wrong information. I was like, oh, no.
Uh-oh. This is like the podcast outro, so like I'm not really gonna bother sticking to it. It's fine. Find us on the socials at Convo Hat Podcast. That's where we'll tell you about the Dafters and all the other stuff. Go listen to episode 100. It's fine. It's a fine episode.
It's so out now.
It's 100% available. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I want to go.
I'm gonna press the start raid button.
I want to go home.
All right. Toodles, people.
I am home. Bye.
Olive. Vegetable. Grapeseed. Almond. Coconut. Lavender. Palm. Crude.